The first thing she felt was cold. Not the sharp bite of winter air, but the slow, creeping numbness that tells you your body is giving up. Officer Emily Carter lay half-hidden in a snow-filled ditch on the edge of a forgotten county road. Her radio was shattered. Her badge was smeared with blood. Somewhere miles away, sirens had stopped searching hours ago. To the world, she was already gone. And then, a dog barked. Not an angry bark. Not a warning. A worried one. Emily tried to open her eyes, but they wouldn't cooperate. Her mind drifted back to the moment everything went wrong, the traffic stop that felt off, the driver who smiled too calmly, the sudden flash of steel, and then darkness. This is how it ends, she thought. Alone. Unseen. Easy, buddy, easy. A man's voice. Close. Real. The dog barked again, tugging hard at the leash, refusing to move away from the ditch. "What is it, Max?" the man said. "We gotta get home before it gets dark." The dog growled, low and insistent, and planted his paws. That's when the man saw her. Oh my God. Jake Miller hadn't planned to take the long way home. But as a single dad juggling 2 jobs and an 8-year-old daughter who hated when he was late, plans rarely survived the day. Max, his scruffy rescue dog, had been unusually restless on their evening walk. Pulling. Sniffing. Stopping. And now this. Jake slid down into the ditch, his heart pounding. The woman was barely conscious. Her uniform told him everything he needed to know. "She's a cop," he whispered. "Max, she's hurt." Max whimpered and pressed his warm body against Emily's side, as if trying to keep her anchored to the world. Jake checked for a pulse, weak, but there. "Hey," he said softly, brushing snow from her face. "Stay with me, okay? You're not alone." Emily's lips moved, but no sound came out. Jake didn't hesitate. He took off his jacket, wrapped it around her, and called 911 with shaking hands. The signal was bad. The road was remote. Dispatch said help would take time. "She won't make it that long," Jake said, panic rising. "Do whatever you can," the operator replied. So he did. Jake lifted her, carefully, painfully, into the back of his old pickup truck. Max jumped in beside her, refusing to leave her side. "Stay," Jake told him gently. "Keep her awake." Max rested his head on Emily's chest, breathing slowly, steadily. And somehow, she did too. Emily drifted in and out as the truck bounced along icy roads. Each time she slipped toward darkness, she felt warmth, a dog's breath, a hand gripping hers. "Don't you dare quit on us," Jake said. "My daughter needs heroes like you." The words hit something deep inside her. Heroes. She had joined the force to be one. Somewhere along the way, paperwork, politics, and long nights had dulled the purpose. But here was a stranger, no badge, no duty, risking everything for her. Why? Because it was the right thing to do. At the hospital, doctors rushed her into surgery. Jake waited, pacing, Max glued to his side. Hours passed. Finally, a doctor approached. "She'll live," he said. "If you'd been even 10 minutes later, we wouldn't be having this conversation." Jake exhaled a breath he didn't realize he'd been holding. Max wagged his tail. Emily woke up days later. The room was quiet. Sunlight streamed through the window. For a moment, she wondered if she was dead. Then she saw the dog. Max sat patiently beside her bed, tail thumping when her eyes opened. "Well," she croaked. "Guess I owe you my life." Jake stood up from the chair in the corner, startled. "She's awake," he said, smiling like he'd just won the lottery. Emily stared at him. "You found me." He nodded. didn't have much of a choice. He wouldn't let me leave. Max barked proudly. Tears filled Emily's eyes. Thank you, she whispered. Both of you. Recovery wasn't easy. There were surgeries. Physical therapy. Nightmares. But Jake visited when he could, often with his daughter Lily, who brought drawings and endless questions. Are you scared to be a cop now? Lily asked one afternoon. Emily thought for a moment. Sometimes, she admitted. But I'm more grateful than ever. For what? For people who stop when they don't have to. Jake looked down, embarrassed. Anyone would have done the same. Emily shook her head. No. They wouldn't. Months later, Emily returned to duty. Her first stop wasn't the precinct, it was Jake's small house at the edge of town. She knocked. Lily opened the door and squealed. Max. It's the police lady. Emily laughed, kneeling to hug the dog who had saved her life. I wanted to give you this, Emily said, handing Jake a small framed photo, Max wearing an honorary K-9 badge. Jake blinked. You didn't have to. I did, Emily said. You reminded me why I wear this uniform. She paused, her voice softening. You didn't just save my life. You gave it back meaning. That winter, a story quietly spread through town. Not about violence. Not about fear. But about a cop left for dead. A single dad who chose compassion. And a dog who refused to walk away. Emily still patrols those roads. But now, every time she sees a man walking his dog or a parent holding their child's hand, she remembers. Heroes don't always wear badges. Sometimes, they just stop when the world keeps going. And that choice, small, human, brave, can change a fate forever.